Hi Leo, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Leo, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So your key to the week this week is the Temperance card. Finding balance and equilibrium, my dear Leos, is what you are tasked with this week. Now, that being said, it looks like you're rocking your own boat. So we're going to talk about that in just a moment. But yeah, the Temperance card, remember, is about alignment. So this week you are being invited to really take a look at what you are aligning with. Where are you putting your energy? Where are you putting your thoughts? This might also be a week where you're interacting with a specialist of some kind. So usually the Temperance card shows up as doctors, therapists, counselors, healers, people that are very qualified in their field, but usually in like a healing and or health capacity. So this could be an interesting week for you guys in that regard. With that said, if you are a continued subby, you know Raffi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. For your actions and options, you've got the Temperance card, the Tower. So your actions and options is about what you do. And I got to be honest, Leo, you know, I'm sorry to dip into the old stereotype, but if you've been with me long enough, you know I try to steer away from those. However, I am going to say that this week it does look like you are the one bringing the drama. You are the one rocking the boat. There's something here that suggests, and you know, this might be something arises, circumstances arise that are out of your control. You have no control over this, and so maybe it leaves you with a question mark. Maybe it means that you're having to change a direction really quickly. However, if you feed into that and just make it more dramatic than it is or than it has to be, you're likely to find that you're going to amplify that this week. So you yourself are the amplifier. The Tower card suggests that, you know, maybe some of your actions don't have the results that you expected them to, and so you're needing to be mindful of that. Because you've got this with the Temperance card. The Temperance card itself can be where we end up playing piggy in the middle, where we're having to advocate for someone or something. So this could be very interesting for sure. I'll be intrigued to see how this plays out. The other thing that I will say to you, because it is the Tower, just be mindful this week that it's like, you know, maybe you've had a plan and then at the very last moment you decide to change that plan. Not the way to go. All right, stick with what you have planned. This is not a week for rash, bold, harsh, or sort of spontaneous decisions. This is one of those times where being a fixed sign, sticking to the plan is going to get you through. When it comes to your communications and conversations, you've got the Six of Swords. This could literally be news that comes overseas, news that comes from overseas, or news that comes about someone from overseas that completely throws a bit of a spanner in your works. The reason I say this is because it comes up next to the Tower card, and the Six of Swords is a card of overseas, travel by seas, etc. Now, because this is in your communication sector, it does suggest that things are starting to ease up, but it also could be that some of you are utilizing the skills of another person, i.e. a therapist, a counselor, a healer of some kind, to get yourself over or through something. I wonder as well with this Temperance card and the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Swords, sorry, and the Temperance card, I wonder if this is something that happens to you on a physical level. I touch wood, I truly hope I'm wrong on this front, especially because I'm a Leo ascendant. This could be, you know, I touch wood, and I really hope I'm wrong on this front, but I will give an example from my own life so that you know. So a few months back at this point, actually, you remember I wasn't on camera because I'd done my back in. That's not the case this time, but I will be back next week. But this could be maybe you have like a flare up of that. And I really hope that's not the case for me, because I remember thinking to myself like, oh, you know, is this it? I'm off. I'm on my way out. But yeah, that's one way that this could show up. Now, that being said, when it comes to your communications, you could be talking to a therapist, a counsellor, somebody that is giving you knowledge, information, or at least playing a facilitating role in things improving for you. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, I actually like this. It suggests that you are taking a break from your studies this week. It's like, you know what? I'm putting this down. I'm going to decompress. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to have a moment, and I will come back to this when I am in a better state of mind, or when I'm feeling a bit more, maybe a bit less emotionally compromised, let's say. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, I like this, excuse me, I like this for traveling to another destination for work. Maybe this is for some form of training, because the temperance card very often shows up for educational situations as well, especially where you're gaining a qualification. So for those of you that are employed by somebody else, this could be that you're embarking on that kind of a journey. Maybe your boss says, look, we've got a seminar coming up, we've got a training program coming up, and we want to put you forward for it. Trust me when I tell you, nobody will put you forward for those. Those things are, believe it or not, they're actually quite expensive for companies to do, even for corporate companies. Having to train people is an expensive process. And so if they're thinking about training you, they're not getting rid of you. So if you've got that in the back of your mind, you can let that go. When it comes to those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, could be some kind of international business that comes through, or some kind of international connection. It could also see you connecting with somebody in your field, or in a field that you know that you're interested in, reaching out to you. For some of you, this could literally be like a spontaneous invite that comes in that is wonderful but completely turns your world upside down. Finally, for those of you that are oh come on brain, for those of you that are retired and no longer working, excuse me, I'm so sorry. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, that's Six of Swords. Honestly, I feel like this is you being called upon, and you may have to spontaneously go somewhere on somebody else's behalf. And I wonder if maybe that's what this tower means for you, for those among you that aren't working. So it's like, and you know, and sometimes that's how it happens, right? Because you're not a person that's working, or you know, you don't have those usual commitments, people call on you more for the familial ties or connections, because they know they can rely on you to be there. That's a blessing more than anything else. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, I like this for some sort of counselling or couples therapy. I also like this for finding a way to enjoy each other that doesn't require money. This is about finding a way to reconnect. For those of you that have children, I'm going to be really honest, this might be a week where the added stress of children, it's kind of like, you know, where kids do that thing where they try to play their parents off of each other. You might catch one of your children in that, and it might be something that, you know, it looks like it has not like a happy ending, but it's something you'll end up laughing off rather than it causing a really severe problem. So that could be cool. For those of you that are single, I really like this for meeting somebody that has either a very healing energy about them, or somebody that is already very qualified in their own field, somebody that has smart, somebody that's got intelligence, somebody that has qualifications, somebody that is really, you know, what's the word that I'm looking for? Somebody that's really intelligent. For your money and materials, when it comes to finances and resources, specifically when it comes to money, the Knight of Swords can see opportunities being offered in terms of work, but it's like you're having to show up, or maybe you're being tested before you get the job. So it doesn't necessarily have to mean that you're changing that you are changing work. There is opportunities to make more money this week, but it's like you've got to demonstrate why you're a good fit for this. I don't know why, but there's kind of like it's almost like an audition kind of situation or scenario, which is very interesting. For your home and environment, the Knight of Swords, it could get a little rocky. And I'm going to be honest, I wonder if, like I said earlier, the drama this week, my dear Leos, is you. You know, everyone says, oh, Leo's a drama king, drama queen. Like, okay, yes, it's true to a degree, but we are more than that. So yeah, I wonder if that's a part of what's happening for you. Just be mindful of it, I guess, when it comes to your oh come on brain, when it comes to your physical health and vitality. The Knight of Swords with the Temperance card, that can literally be like maybe you're seeing a surgeon, maybe you're seeing somebody who is very good at what they do, in a specific field, but for a specific reason. And I wonder, just because of that Tower card in your actions and options, please look after your physical self this week, especially like your extremities, hands, fingers, touch wood, getting them shut in the door, or maybe even you do something or you lift something wrong and then you twinge. I know for me personally, because of what happened with my back a few months ago, I will be extra careful with my back this week. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.